Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I have got my kind of final thoughts on all the Bring Back My Bar scents. So I got the consultant kit in the mail a couple weeks ago. I have been warming almost nothing but Bring Back My Bar since I got them. So I did a video when I first got them of my first sniff impressions, and those were kind of what I thought, just initial first sniffs on cold without warming them. So if you haven't seen that, I would suggest going back and watching it because I will be referencing that video throughout this one as well. So this one is post-warm. I've had a good amount of time to feel out the scents, try them warm, see how they do in different parts of my home, and I've got some opinions. And some of them are the same and some of them have changed quite drastically. So for this video, I've kind of separated the Bring Back My Bar scents, all 25, into several categories. So I have a pretty large stack of what I call the perfumey scents. So there's 7 perfumey scents that I have here. I've also got 6 bars that I categorized as fresh. And then I have 8 bars that I categorized as bakery or like gourmand or confection. Then I have 3 bars that I categorized as fruity. And then I have 1 bar that I categorized as what the heck. And you can probably guess which one that is, but it's orange. So, okay, we will jump in and I will kind of go through what I thought on cold, how it did on warm, where I warmed it, what the performance was like, and whether the scent changed at all on warm. And then whether I would repurchase or what I'm gonna do as far as that goes. So we will start off with the 3 fruity bars. The first one is Blackberry Orange Marmalade. And this one is kind of like blackberry jam, marmalade, and sugar. And it's very jammy on cold. This one's beautiful. It's like juicy and jammy and sweet on cold. So I did this in the open layout, 6 cubes. Performance was nice. It was about a good medium solid, or medium to medium strong in strength in my open layout. Not that long lasting. I would say 14 to 16 hours, definitely like a 1 day. Put it in the morning, by evening it's kind of done. And I would say this one changed a bit on warm as well. It lost some of that jamminess that I really liked on cold. So it was very nice. It still maintained its kind of blackberry orangeness, but it lost some of that jamminess, and I really liked the jamminess. That's what I thought made this one unique. So I still really liked it. I still think it's a good alternative if you found Huckleberry Clementine a bit too green or too viney. I really liked it. My husband hated Huckleberry Clementine and he thought this was fine. So if you disliked one, you may like this one. I will repurchase this. It's not going to be a club one for me. If it had been more jammy on warm, it would have been. This one was close to making club, but it did not. So I am going to purchase 3 or 4 more bars of this to just have on hand, but I think that'll be enough for this one. But it is a repurchase for me. Very nice, solid performer. Quite enjoyed it. Next, I did Love You Very Much. This one is like cranberry. To me, it's predominantly cranberry. I think there's also some vanilla and berries in here, like raspberry maybe. We did 2 cubes of this in my daughter's room. And this one did nicely in her room. It's almost got a bit of a fizziness on cold. It's nice. So this one, we did 2 cubes in her room. This one lasted like 2 or 3 days in her room. It did quite nicely. So performance-wise, this one was great. Not overly strong, like a medium strength, but reasonably long-lasting. That being said, I can barely tell the difference between this and Berry Blessed. To me, this and Berry Blessed are like interchangeable. I think they're almost the same, even on warm. I think Berry Blessed might perform a little bit stronger, but not as long lasting as this one. Overall, very nice. It's like a sweet kind of almost tart cranberry. Well, it is tart. Sweet and tart cranberry scent. Didn't really change much on warm. It's kind of a deep cranberry berry scent. If you liked Aussie Plum, I think you would like this. If you like Berry Blessed, I think you'll like this. I enjoyed it. Is it a repurchase? I might get 1 more bar. It's not one that I need a ton of, and I don't tend to reach for even Berry Blessed that often. It's just not a sort of scent I reach for very often. So if you love those like berry scents, those tart berries, this one might be a must-have for you. Performance was pretty reasonable, but for me personally, it'll be a repurchase, but I don't need a lot of it. So very nice. Very pleasant. I would recommend it if you like berry scents or if you like those kind of deep, tart, fruity scents. Next, I did Berry of Paradise. So I did 6 cubes of this in the open layout. This one is strawberry, birds of paradise, and I get like a milky note for sure. It might be vanilla in the notes, but it's milk. So yeah, this one does have similarities, as everyone's been saying, to Strawberry Swirl. To me, Strawberry Swirl's strawberry note smells like the strawberries in syrup you get from like Dairy Queen, where it is like canned strawberries in syrup. But there's still technically real strawberries in that. Like, they've been canned and processed, but they're still technically real strawberries. This has never seen a real strawberry. This is like Nestle syrup strawberry that's never once seen a strawberry in its entire life. It's just like artificial strawberry flavoring in like some ice cold milk is what I get on this. On warm, it was very much the same. This performed better than I thought it would. It was like medium to medium strong in the open layout. It lasted a good 24 hours. Towards the end of the warm, got a little weird. I did take it out at 24 hours. It was almost done at that point anyways. It was definitely like fading. Overall, it's not bad. If you liked Strawberry Swirl, I would give this a try. For me, this will not be a repurchase only because I have Strawberry Swirl in my club. So if I didn't, I would buy more of this, but I do have Strawberry Swirl in my club and I prefer Strawberry Swirl. To me, it's more like authentic strawberry sundae with like the canned strawberries and the like melty ice cream. Whereas this is more artificial Nestle strawberry milk, like ice cold kind of ice milk. One thing I did find with this is I did not go nose blind to it. So that was nice about this one, is you could be sitting in the space for as long as you needed to be, and I didn't find nose blindness to be an issue with this scent. If you're afraid of the floral in here with that Birds of Paradise note, I don't think anyone could smell this and be like, oh, it smells floral. It's very much like a sweet, creamy type scent. There is a note in there that probably is the Birds of Paradise. It's almost kind of bubblegummy, but it doesn't feel floral. It feels very sweet, very sweet. So there is Berry of Paradise. If you like creamy scents, I think this would be fun to mix with like some vanilla bean buttercream and maybe some kind of chocolate scent, whatever you have in your stash, like Hug in a Mug, brownie batter, whatever chocolatey scents you have. I think that with this and some vanilla bean buttercream would be a really fun like Neapolitan ice cream mix. So there's an idea. Next up, we will go through the kind of perfumey, like feminine, perfumey floral scents. So the first one is Enchanted Mist. And this one I quite liked on cold. It's very pretty. I think there's supposed to be rose and jasmine in the notes. I don't really get floral so much. I get like the apple note and like it's almost like a shampoo-y type note. It's not aggressively floral. It's very pretty. It's very soft, kind of floraled out apple. Really gorgeous. Quite light even on cold. And on warm, this one was just, I gotta just say straight up disappointing. I did 2 cubes in the bedroom and I will try it again, but I got nothing from this, like literally nothing. So I put this in, went out for a couple hours, came back home, went into the bedroom and was like, where's the wax? And like, I almost got, like, I think, I'm not even 100% certain, but I think I got a whiff of like the appley kind of floral note, like a whiff, briefly. And then I left the room and came back in later and I never smelled this again. Like that one little like almost whiff was all I got of this in that entire warm. So very disappointing. It's hard to even do a review on this because I barely smelled it. I got like a whiff. So for that reason, performance is just poor. I like the scent a lot. I don't really know if it changed on warm because I barely got to smell it. But this will not be a repurchase for me. I don't have time or patience for bars that just don't perform at all. And this is one of those for me. So next time I will do 4 cubes in the bedroom, but the performance is so weak on this, I would not recommend this scent. So there's that one. Unfortunately, performance was a big enough issue that I would not recommend it. Next we have Flower Child, and this one I also did 2 cubes in the bedroom. And this one was one that like, It's pretty. It smells like a perfume not a perfume I've had before, but it smells like a perfume that like I've smelled on people before. It's kind of, to me, it smells very mature. It smells like it smells like a mature perfume to me. Not like old lady, but like older lady. Although a lot of people say this smells like Viva La Juicy or like the Juicy Couture perfumes. I'm not that familiar with those particular perfumes. So maybe it does, I don't know. But I think it also reminds me of other fragrances, because the people I know that this smells like would not be wearing Juicy Couture. So it might be like different perfumey notes as well. I don't know. It is perfumey and it's very pretty. It's like, it is floral and it is floral perfume. It is floral perfume, but it's like balanced. Like I feel like it works. It's not powdery really. It's not like super heady. I think if you're very headache prone, this would be an issue. I think if you're having a day where you're like, you know how like if you're a headache sufferer or a migraine sufferer, you know how like you can just tell the way your head feels, like if you're going to be prone to a headache that day? At least I can, I don't know. If I can tell I'm going to be prone to a headache that day, I would not warm the scent. But if I'm feeling like my head's feeling pretty good, not likely to get a headache, this would be a good one. So performance-wise, this one was interesting because at first I was like extremely disappointed with how light it was, because I could just barely smell it and it was like a few hours in. So I turned off the ceiling fan because I had turned it on at one point. It was warm that day. I turned it off because I was like, maybe that's what's affecting it. It was. So I turned it off. And then this did nicely. It was still very light. It was not a powerhouse fragrance at all. But for this, it did last for like 2 full days once I turned that fan off at a very light level. So this is a scent that I think is probably better being light, because I think if it was strong, it would be like cloying and overpowering. So some scents I feel like are meant to be weaker for a better scent experience, and I think this might be one of them. I also think this one might get stronger the longer it sits. This is a fairly new pour, and I could see this one getting stronger with time. Overall though, really pretty, nice bedroom scent. If you like perfumey florals, I would get this. I don't tend to reach for a ton of perfumey florals, but I did like this. I will enjoy the rest of this bar, and I'll probably pick up at least one more bar, maybe 2. Maybe just 1, because I don't reach for this type of scent very often, and it would be just a bedroom scent for me. I don't need tons of bars of this. It's not going to go in my club or anything, but it's pleasant, and I think if you like floral or perfumey or feminine scents, this is worth trying. It is very pretty, and if you like Juicy Couture perfume, apparently this is one that smells just like it. So very lovely, not bad performer. Expect lighter. I would say smaller spaces for sure. I would not do this in an open layout. It was okay. Next we have Blonde Wood and Moonflower. This one has all kinds of like cedary notes, and it's warm woods. It's like sandalwood. It also has some cologne-y or perfumey elements to it. It's kind of like a unisex fragrance. To me, this smells very like sophisticated, elegant, warm, inviting. I would say this smells like a house in a magazine. Like super, super like well decorated, very nicely done. Someone very fancy lives there, but it's very welcoming and inviting still as well. So very warm. And I almost get like ginger to this. Like there's almost like a background of like spicy ginger. Not like ginger ale ginger, not like gingerbread man ginger, if that makes sense. Like that kind of like ginger ale spice type note. Very pretty on warm. Did 2 cubes in the bedroom, and this one did nicely. It was like about a medium in the bedroom. It did reasonably well, and it lasted a couple days. It was almost a little too strong for me in there. Like it was almost kind of like a little bit like choky a little bit, because the warmer's like right near my bed. So that was just because of the way my bedroom is laid out, but very pretty. I think I would do this in the open layout as well. It was really nice. Very warm, very soft, very, I wouldn't say very feminine, but it is feminine. But I think this would also be like fine in like a man's apartment or something like that. I will say, based on my experience with like woody type scents and like these types of fragrances, if this doesn't age beautifully, I'll eat my hat. Like this is gonna age beautifully. So if you're the type of person that likes to hang on to bars, or if you're kind of on the fence about whether to club this one or just stock up, I think you'd be safe stocking up on this one. Again, this is my first bar of this. I've not had this bar for any length of time, but I strongly suspect this is gonna age beautifully. So I am gonna not put this in my club. I'm going to buy 2 or 3 more bars of it and just hang on to them because I think it's gonna age nicely anyways, and then I can save space in my club. So performance was good. On warm, it was kind of more of the same. Woody, cologne, soft. I felt like it did get a little bit more complex on warm, but it was very beautiful. Very warm, very woodsy, but very pretty. So if you're looking for like a very nice anywhere in the house type scent, I think this is it. Because I think you could do this very nicely in like an open layout, in a living room. If your open layout's giant, maybe not. But a living room, a den, a bedroom, a bathroom, office, this would be nice for pretty much anywhere in your house. It would be fine in a kitchen, but maybe not like specifically kitcheny. But you could warm this anywhere in your house and it would be very inviting and lovely. So there's Blondewood and Moonflower. Thumbs up from me. Next we have Coconut Vanilla Orchid. This ended up being one of the first ones I warmed, and I actually have warmed it since then again as well. So I initially did this in the bedroom, 2 cubes, and it is like orange zest and coconut milk. And I think like orchid and vanilla. It is a little bit perfumey. It is very feminine. There is an orange note in here for sure. The orange is very apparent on cold. The orange does die off during the warm. The orange that's in here is not mandarin or tangerine, which we've seen a lot of in the last few months. This is more like navel orange. If you tried Jet Set Go last summer, this is the same orange note from that. It doesn't smell like Jet Set Go at all, but that navel orange scent is also in here. So if you like that specific orange note, that is the orange note in here to my nose. I also get like coconut milk, not so much coconut, but coconut milk. And I don't know about orchid, but there is a floral in here for sure. It's a very creamy, soft floral, very nicely done. It's very feminine, very smooth, very well blended. The first time I did it, I did 2 cubes in the bedroom. It was light. It lasted about a day, but pretty light and like, well, light medium at its peak. And then it kind of dwindled from there. But I found it almost went a little bit bubblegummy, like about halfway through. So that was fine too, but it ended up being quite sweet. So there was that. Then because it was so light the first time, I decided to do 4 cubes in the bedroom the second time I warmed it, which is currently going right now. So it is doing a nice performance at about a medium strength in the bedroom right now. And I can't speak to longevity of this warm because it's still warming, but very nice scent. I do get like a bit of bubblegum to it. It is a sweet, fruity floral. Very feminine, very nice, perfect for a bedroom or bathroom, maybe an office. I don't think I would do this in an open layout. I don't think it's going to be strong enough for that. Maybe like a smaller, I don't even know if I'd go with a large room. Like, I would say bedrooms. I don't know that I would do like a rec room or anything like that with this. It is on the lighter side. A lot of these fragrances are, and some of them I think it's because of age, and some of them I think are just lighter scents. And this one I think is never going to be a powerhouse. I would be shocked if it was. I think it'll age nicely, but I don't think it's ever going to be a powerhouse. But very pretty. Do I plan to buy more? It's not going to go in my club, but I am going to buy about 2 more bars of this. It is pretty enough that I would like to have some on hand. Then we have My Only Sunshine. With this one, I did 1 cube in each of the bathrooms at one point. And this one I quite like on cold. This one is, to my nose, very close to Honeymoon Hideaway and Scarlet Sunflower. Honeymoon Hideaway was Bring Back My Bar last summer. Scarlet Sunflower was a fall winter catalog scent last year. And it was like again, like a kind of a fruity floral. And this is very pretty. It does have some green notes to it a little bit. It also has like some florals. It has a little bit of sweetness, but it's like a fresh sweetness without being too green. Like it goes into sweet floral and like it teeters on perfumey without being super perfumey. Like Flower Child is perfumey. This teeters on perfumey, but it's not quite perfume, it's more of just a floral scent. It's very pretty, very fresh, and very like sweet fresh. Kind of botanically, very nice. In the bathrooms, it did well in the bathrooms, but a medium strength, super short lasting, like 12 hours. So not a long lasting scent. For that reason, I would not warm it in the bathrooms again. I like to have bathroom scents that last a while. I'll probably do the rest of this bar in bedrooms. Yeah, as far as repurchasing, I'm on the fence. Definitely not a club scent for me. Most perfume, I just don't reach for perfumey scents all that much. This one is very beautiful. I do have Honeymoon Hideaway in my club, and if I didn't, I might consider this for club. I do like to have a nice, fresh, sort of sweet, fresh, botanical scent in my club, and for me, it's Honeymoon Hideaway right now. If I didn't have it, this might be a contender. So if you liked Honeymoon Hideaway, you could try this. Strength-wise, it was fine. Longevity, not great. So there's that one. Will I repurchase? I can't decide. I may or may not repurchase this one. If I need, it'll be like the bottom priority for me to repurchase. We have that 12-pack deal on right now where Scentsy's allowing us to do 12 Bring Back My Bar scents for like $50 US or $66 in Canada. If I find I have like 10 or 11 bars in my bundle and I need to fill it out, I'll add one of these for sure. But if I have a full bundle already, I won't start a new one to purchase this again. It's nice, but it's not a must-have for me. I do think though, if you liked Scarlet Sunflower a lot, or if you loved Honeymoon Hideaway, I would recommend trying this. And I would also recommend trying this if you really like florals and like very summery, fresh, kind of bright florals. It's not at all a headachy floral to my nose. I think this one's quite safe as far as it's not powdery, it's not overly perfumey. It's a prettily done floral. Next we have Forever Yours, and this one I think was jasmine and lemon. Maybe rose too. Definitely jasmine. For me, this is very similar to the florals used in Southern Evening. So if you like Southern Evening, I would recommend trying this. This is not anywhere near as strong as Southern Evening. There is that lemon note, and between the lemon and the jasmine, to me, it reads a little bit citronella or bug sprayish. Now that being said, Southern Evening read bug spray to me as well. This does too, not as strong as Southern Evening. Southern Evening I took out of my warmers. This one stayed in my warmer. But it's so light, like so light. The only one that this is stronger than is Enchanted Mist. Enchanted Mist, like I said, I barely smelled it once. This one I smelled a few times, but it was so light and you had to be standing right by the warmer. So I did 1 cube in a bathroom at one point, never once smelled it. Did 2 cubes in the bedroom, and then I did smell it. But again, because my warmer's right by the bed, I could kind of smell it here and there. Not strong. I think if you had a fan going or if you had a window open, forget it. You're not going to smell it at all. But for my bedroom, and for all of these warms, it's been like reasonably like moderate and mild here. It hasn't been hot, it hasn't been cold, so like there's been no air conditioners or fans or anything going. Once in a while we'll crack a window for a couple hours, but like overall the house has been just kind of windows shut, nothing going. So wax should be performing well right now is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, this one, if you have any kind of like airflow happening, this one will be forget it. For me, not a repurchase. It's a floral that I think is okay. The scent appeal for me is just kind of here, and the performance is weak for me. I would not recommend it performance-wise. Will it strengthen with time? This one I think might. I think if you let this one sit a while, you might have better luck. I don't like the scent enough to test that theory. So I think if you really like this scent, I do think there's potential for this to get stronger with time. I think lemon doesn't tend to get a lot stronger, but the florals will settle in and kind of maybe get a bit stronger. It's just okay for me. It does have headache potential for me as well, so again, I'm not a huge fan for that. But if you like Southern Evening, I think it's a must try. If you like very like slightly powdery, soft, like perfumey florals, I do think it's worth trying in that case. I'm just not a powdery floral type of person. I'm just not. So for me, this is a pass. I will not repurchase this one. Next we have one that has been like, people love this one, Love and Happiness. Almost everyone that I've watched has absolutely adored this. Almost everyone's putting this in their club. I did 2 cubes in my daughter's room. It smelled like it would be good for a kid's room. It is sweet and cozy and warm. There's something about this, like, there is kind of a musky cologne note even on cold, but on warm it came out way more. So this one is kind of like sugar meets men's cologne. I don't love it. I really dislike men's cologne scents in wax. I just do not like them. I just don't. So for me, it's okay. I do think it'll age well. I think that's going to get more cologne-y though with time. Karen Rosa from Scented Boxes has talked about a scent they've had in Region 3, like Australia before, and it's called Musk Sticks. And we don't have musk sticks in North America that I know of, but apparently it's a candy that tastes like musk. I have never smelled musk sticks, nor have I tried musk sticks, but if I had to guess, this is probably what musk sticks smells like. It's musky, cologne-y, but also sweet and kind of confectionery. Like, I would not be surprised if this was musk sticks renamed for North America. So that is my theory. I have no idea if that's accurate or not, but to me, that's what I thought of. Performance-wise, it is a light scent, but it goes for a long time. It's one of those ones where you stick it in and it goes for like 4 or 5 days. So this one I think lasted 4 or 5 days in my daughter's room. The longer it went, the less sweet it got and the more cologne notes took over. By like day 2, it was very much a cologne scent when you walked in, which was kind of weird for like a 4-year-old girl's room. I don't, like, it looks like it should smell very like sugar or pink haze, and it kind of does on cold, but that wears off quick. Yeah, I don't know. It is very like, I could see it being very cozy in like a living room or a den or like a library in like the cooler months. It feels very cold weather to me. So I might get 1 more bar of this just to tuck away for cold weather. I don't know that it's strong enough to do an open layout. I don't think it is. I would stick with smaller spaces for this scent. I don't love it like everyone else does. It's very popular though. Like it's almost universally loved. So if you're wanting to round out a bundle, I would suggest trying one of these. If you like sugar, or if you're okay with like men's cologne scents, I think you could be okay with this. But I am one of those people that I strongly dislike cologne scents. I do not like My Hero. I don't like Mystery Man. I skipped most of the Father's Day scents because I just don't like those masculine cologne scents. And this, despite being pink and called Love and Happiness, has a lot of men's cologne notes to it. So for me, I'll get 1 more bar to give it a chance just in case it ages well, but it's a no for me. Then we will move on to the one what the heck bar. Very Peary Pumpkin. What the heck? So this is, I don't even want to open it. Like honestly, it's just, it's supposed to smell like apples, pears, and pumpkin, which is pretty similar notes to Very Peary Perfect Pumpkin Pear that we had at some point a while back. Now Perfect Pumpkin Pear I can do. I like Perfect Pumpkin Pear. Is it like a club scent for me? No. Would I buy more of it? Absolutely. I think I still have a bar in my collection. I like it. It's like a fruity pumpkin scent, no spice, but very like crisp fall, warm fall day scent. I don't know what to say about this one, except for that it is offensive and just unholy god-awful. And I don't say that lightly. Like, there are many scents where I think, okay, like, it's not for me, but it would be for someone else. There are so many bars, even in here, that I think, not for me, but would be great for a lot of people. I know this came back because some people really love it. I don't get it. I can't find a person in my life that likes this scent. I don't understand. So I did 2 cubes in my office. What I will say, performance on this was good. And I can't, first I was kind of like, am I thinking the performance is good because it's so offensive to my nose that even smelling it at all is like it's strong? Like, is my nose amplifying the strength because I dislike it so much? But no, I think it actually was quite strong because I had 2 cubes in the office and it was following me all around the house. Like I could smell this throughout the house, even with 2 cubes in the office, which is kind of tucked away in the back of the house. Eventually, about 2 hours after putting this in, I shut the door to that room because it was that or take it out. I could not. So on cold, I'm gonna take one for the team. Smells like canned pumpkin. It smells wet, like wet canned pumpkin guts that you didn't just crack the can open. I'm gonna say you either carved a pumpkin and left the guts sitting out for 2 days before washing out the pot and throwing them away, or you cracked the can of pumpkin open, dumped it in a dish, and just let it sit on the counter for like a week and just get gross. Like, I do not get pear here. I do not get apple here. I get, like, spoiled pumpkin. Like, I can't decide if it's spoiled canned or spoiled fresh, but it's spoiled. Like, my husband actually came home and he was like, do we need to take the trash out? Because, like, it smells like rotting food. It smells like rotting produce, and it almost, like, makes me gag, to be quite honest. I can't fathom who at Scentsy signed off on this scent. I just can't. So, like I said, I shut the door to the room because I could not handle the scent. Luckily, I didn't need to go into that room again until the next day, so I didn't go in there. The next day I did have to go in there, and it had died down quite a bit by that time. So you could still smell it, but it had changed for the better. Some of that rottingness had gone away, and it was, I think there's toasted spices in the notes on this one, and you could not smell those at first. But by the second day, I could almost get like, oh, there's like a toastiness to this now, which I wish that had been more present initially because it would have helped. I think if you mix this with clove and cinnamon, you might have some luck. For me, this scent is just it's just offensive. It makes me ill. So no, just absolutely no. I don't even want to give this away. Like, I feel like I'd be offending someone by trying to give this to them. So I'm probably going to just get rid of this. If you have this and don't love it, I would recommend clove and cinnamon. Mix it with Scary Good. Mix it with some kind of very strong, spicy fall scent, and get rid of it that way. If you love this, I'm glad for you. I don't understand you, but I'm glad for you. So for me, this is far and away the worst Scentsy scent I've ever smelled. I can't believe this exists, let alone that it was voted back. That blows my mind. If you've smelled one you think is worse, I would love to know what it is. Like, if we want to just get on like a, what's the worst Scentsy smell you've ever smelled? For me, it's this one, far and away. If you've smelled one you think is worse, I would love to hear it below. Let me know what it was. And yeah, we can have some fun with that. I mean, everyone's got different noses, although I do think the vast majority of people do not like Very Peary Pumpkin. That is not a hot take. That is not an unpopular opinion. Most people don't care for it. I find it particularly egregious. So after that long tirade of hate, let's bring on the bakery scents, which has quite a few successes in here for me. So, well, the first one's, let's do this one. So the first bakery scent that I warmed was Blueberry Pancakes. And this is one I was very much looking forward to. This one is like blueberry pancakes, maple syrup, butter accord, and like blueberry compote or blueberry. It's so good. So on cold, it does smell, you get the butter accord, you do get a bit of maple syrup. To me, I also get almost like a, just on cold, not on warm, but on cold I get almost like a Flintstone vitamin scent, like the berry Flintstone vitamins from when you're a kid. It has that sort of scent to me, just on cold. On warm, I put this in my warmers on a Friday evening. It was raining outside. It rained for like 2 days straight. And this was so perfect. Oh my gosh. It was sweet. It was cozy. It was warm. That butter and the syrup and the pancakes, just yes. And then like the blueberries, I would say on warm became more like a, I don't know. I would say more just like blueberries baked into the pancake. And the syrup note was beautiful. It wasn't overly mapley. Mapley can read kind of like sharp. This is not a sharp maple. This is a very like butter flavored table syrup maple. So just kind of like a Mrs. Butterworth's or like butter flavored table syrup. Just cozy, just cozy. Perfect scent for a rainy Friday evening. Loved it. Very comforting, very lovely. This would be super fun for any weekend. I could see doing this like all year round, any weekend, morning or evening. Just a lot of fun. Performance wise, this was medium to medium strong in my house. It lasted not terribly long, but it was like Friday evening to like Friday afternoon the next day. So I don't know, like I would say 18 to 20 hours on this one. It was okay. Performance was okay. Strength was fine. Like, so performance was about average on this one. I liked it. I would purchase this again a million times. It's going in my club. So here is the first one of the bunch we've talked about so far that is club worthy for me. This will be a definite club for probably forever. Loved it. Love, love, love. Blueberry Pancakes. Next we did lemon coconut chiffon. And this one is lemon custard, coconut, and like lemon cake. Lemon butter cake or something like that. So good, you guys. So this is one of those scents where you just like put it in, and then when you walk into the space, you just kind of like melt. You just like, oh, you just kind of smile and just melt. So this is one of those like just so nice scents. Like I love this. So this is an open layout worthy scent for me. Some people have said it's not strong enough for them. For my open layout, it was. Like I said though, no windows open, no airflow systems going. It was fine. Beautiful. Not overly long lasting, but beautiful for a day. Going in my club for sure, probably never coming out. Absolutely love this scent. This is gonna be one of my like maybe top 10 Scentsy scents ever. Just love it. So for me, 100% repurchase. I would strongly recommend everyone try this unless you absolutely hate lemon or hate bakery. I think anyone else would like this. Next, I did root beer float. I did this twice. I did 2 cubes in the office one time, and then I did 6 cubes in the open layout yesterday, actually. So this is just like root beer and vanilla ice cream. On cold, it smells like sharp, fizzy root beer. Like sharp, fizzy root beer. It is good. On warm, also very good. I found it quite strong. The 2 cubes that I did in the office wafted out of the office, and in the open layout, it performed quite well. So pretty good performance-wise. I think it would stand up to most open layouts for a little while at least. It was about a 24-hour duration. I will say the end of the scent gets weird, at least for me. The end got a little bit, the bite of the root beer over time towards the end of the warm got a little bit burnt. It was nothing even remotely resembling that for the first long time, but at about 24 hours, it starts to turn just a little bit, and it goes to like waxy and burnt, and not, but you get like 24 solid hours of pretty good root beerness before that. So as long as you take it out before it hits that stage, I think you're fine. But strong, pretty long lasting. I would just say take it out if it starts to turn. But yeah, no complaints here. For me, it'll be a repurchase. I'll probably buy 1 or maybe 2 more bars. Not a club scent for me, just because I wouldn't warm this all the time. And for me, it didn't stay true root beer. For me, both times I warmed this, within about 3 to 4 hours, it turned very bubblegum. If you remember the bubblegum scent we had last summer, just called bubblegum, in Bring Back My Bar, it smelled like, you know those like baseball card bubblegums where they're like wrapped in like a little paper and there's a comic inside, and the bubblegum's very like, you have to really bite it, and it's got that like white kind of powdered sugar coating sort of. It turned to that sort of bubblegum, that kind of like bite bubblegum. That's the kind of bubblegum it turned to my nose. So it was kind of like root beer flavored bubblegum rather than just root beer. As for the float and the ice cream part, I never got the ice cream. I didn't really get that on warm at all, which is fine with me. The root beer scent was great. But like I said, I got like bubblegum root beer. It was good. It was nice. It was fun. I think you could have the windows open and the scent would still hold its own. So for that reason, I will grab another bar or 2. It was fun. I would do it again, but it's not one that I need tons of or need to have forever. So definitely recommend trying because it is a fun scent to try. caveat with that, I love root beer. Like, one of my favorite drinks of choice is just like Diet A&W root beer. I love that stuff. Next we have French toast. Now, a few months back, I had warmed a older bar of French toast, and to me it smelled like burning wires, and I did not like it. So I got the new bar in my consultant kit and decided to give this one a go because it is fresh and new and should be good. And it is more tolerable in the fresh bar. To me, I still get, like, you know when you first plug a glue gun in and it just kind of gets like that, the smell of a glue gun heating up. It smells like that. Like there's it does smell like French toast. Like I get the sweet, I get the powdered sugar, I get the eggy kind of battery scent. But something about the cinnamon in here, and I don't get this from cinnamon usually, but something about the cinnamon in here mixed with the maple smells like a glue gun heating up. And if you know the scent, you know the scent. And if you don't know the scent, you think I'm crazy. That's fine. You're probably not wrong. On warm, this one, people have found this to be quite strong overall. So I'm the exception here. In my open layout, I found this to be light medium. I didn't really smell it very strongly, and I think I did go nose blind to it quite easily. Because if I went out and came in, I could smell it briefly. But if I was just hanging out and living in my open layout, I lost the scent pretty quickly. Overall, it was fine. It was not offensive this time, which was great. So I left it in my warmers. I enjoyed it. It just wasn't my favorite. It was okay. It was just okay. If you love breakfasty scents, this would be probably really fun to mix with blueberry pancakes. This would be really fun to mix with a lot of things, actually. I would say sugared strawberry French toast. Like, I'm probably gonna... Do I like it enough to get another bar to mix with? No. Am I gonna have fun with my last 2 cubes? Yeah, I probably will. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest that I have. It's just not a repurchase for me, but I can see how it's popular. I can see the appeal, and overall people are loving this one. But like I said, for my open layout, it was light medium, and it did last about a day, so like 24 hours. So about average performance. That being said, I seem to be the exception for the performance. Most people have found this strong. And despite my house being closed up and it being a rainy day and everything kind of, you know, just sealed in, it wasn't like phenomenally strong, which was fine. I don't know. On a warm, yeah, it was kind of sweet and vaguely sweet, spicy, bakery. You couldn't really make heads or tails of it. That's my thing. Like, I wouldn't have smelled it and been like, oh, it smells like French toast, or oh, it even smells like breakfast. It was just kind of sweet. Sweet, mapley, spicy. I don't know. It was okay. I would not repurchase, but it was fine. I do think you should try it if you love bakery. If you like French toast, I would try it. I personally don't like French toast, so there's that. But yeah, if you love bakery or you like breakfast scents, it's worth trying. I definitely had a better experience with this bar than I did my old bar. So I think the key with this one is to use fresh bars. So if you do happen to like this one, I would recommend putting this in your club rather than stocking up. Because for me, when I had the old bar of this that had been sitting a couple years, it smelled like burning wires. And I think it's just something in this cinnamon note. That hot glue gun note really intensified with time. So what I would say is, if you like the scent, put it in your club so you're always getting a new bar of it, so that you keep getting the nice fresh bars rather than having a bar sit for years and get weird. So that's my recommendation with French toast. Not a bad scent, just not for me, but decent. Cotton candy cookie. So I still have another bar of this from the flash sale back a while back. I had picked up 2 bars in the flash sale, and they were great. So the cotton candy cookie scent is like raspberry, ooey gooey cotton candy, and like marshmallow. I think there's supposed to be cookies in it. I don't get cookie. Whoop. Yeah, it's good. What I will say, I did break open the new bar just for the sake of trying it. The old bar I had of this from the flash sale had probably been sitting longer because it was on clearance, and it was much stronger. So if you get this scent and find it very light or very weak performing, mine was 2 in the fresh bar. So I did 2 cubes of this in my daughter's room, and I expected it to last a while because I'm pretty sure I've done it in her room before with the old bar and it lasted a while. I even did the old bar in my open layout and it did great. So I did this one in her room and it lasted like 12 hours and it was just gone. and it didn't get as strong as it usually does in her room even. So that surprised me, but I think this is one of those scents that will benefit from sitting, just like Candy Crave. Some of those cotton candy scents or marshmallow type scents really like to sit a while and kind of develop, and I think Cotton Candy Cookie is one of those. So if you get a bar of this and you love the scent but you find it very weak, I would say put it in your club or stock up, because if you let this sit for 5 or 6 months, it's probably going to be a whole new scent for you as far as strength and longevity. Because the bars that I had from clearance were great performers. This one is not. If I was basing my decision on this, I would not be picking up more. I would not be clubbing it. But I think I am going to club this one because it is a great kids' room scent. Great kitchen scent for like Easter time. It's not one I would melt all year round. Maybe in my daughter's room I would. But for open layout, this is very much like an Easter time scent for me. But other than that, I would like to have a few bars around each year for my daughter's room. If it takes the place of Candy Crave, I might even kick Candy Crave out, but we'll see. That might have to be a future Wax Wars cotton candies. But if you like cotton candy scents, I would give it a try. I would recommend if you try it and find it weak, let your bar sit longer and do that. So Cotton Candy Cookie, thumbs up from me, with the caveat that it probably needs to cure. Then we have Caramel Vanilla Delight. Now this is one that on cold I was like, it's all right. It's fine. Yeah, it's nice on cold. It's kind of like a buttery butterscotch, vanilla ice cream. There is a bit of rum to this as well, for sure. Yeah, it's like butterscotch, very much butterscotch. For me, it's okay on cold. This is one that pleasantly surprised me. So this one, I did 6 cubes in the open layout, and it was great. The scent on this really deepened and complexified, is that a word? On warm. So it lasted about 24 hours. It was nice. It did get a bit buttered popcorny towards the end, which I didn't really dislike. It was just kind of towards the end anyways. This on warm became like nice quality butterscotch syrup with like melty vanilla bean ice cream. And that rum, I think, was just in the butterscotch. Like I didn't get rum specifically. It was kind of just like buttered rum, kind of deepening the butterscotch syrup. It was nice and it did really, really well on warm. So this was a nice like warmer day in my open layout, about a medium strength, average duration. So about a very standard performer. I thought it was great. Is it club worthy for me? Probably not. I have so many bakery scents that I love. I'm a very much bakery person. I really liked this. It's a scent that I would only warm in the summer, I think. It is very like ice cream sundae-ish. So I will get more. I'm going to probably get 3 bars of it to tuck away. One thing I will say about this scent is I've had this scent before from other places. And it was even called Caramel Vanilla Delight. Like Caramel Vanilla Delight or Caramel Vanilla Delight. It's been called that from several vendors I've tried with that same name, and it's the same scent. So this must just be one of those ones that Scentsy didn't necessarily create, or if they did, they just kind of tweaked it a little bit, because this is very much a fragrance oil that many vendors carry. So it's kind of like Black Raspberry Vanilla, where most brands have a Black Raspberry Vanilla scent that's quite similar. Caramel Vanilla Delight is one of those as well. So it was nice on warm. I liked it. I will grab a few more bars. I think this would be really fun to play with as well, as far as like making ice cream mixes. Now that we're getting into summer, I want to do like maybe like a banana split and do like sugared strawberry, Bananarama, Caramel Vanilla Delight, and like a little bit of like brownie batter. Make like a banana split type scent. We're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be great. So Caramel Vanilla Delight I think is fun. I think if you like something nice and kind of like sweet and ice creamy for summer, that's a good one. This one pleasantly surprised me. This was probably the one that did the biggest shift for me. It went from it's okay to I really like it. So this was the biggest change on warm for me. Okay to really like. So yeah, I'll buy a few bars of that. I like that a lot. Recommend. Cutie Pie Cupcake. This one is our like orange cupcake scent with the frosting. Very cakey, very yummy. Oh, it's good. It's going in my club. Love it. This one I've warmed quite a few times. This bar did okay as well for being fresh. I was kind of afraid this one would be weak, kind of like cotton candy cookie, since it's a newer bar, but it did great. It did the same as my older bars do, so This one doesn't seem to need a cure. It was really good. So you get, it's a very like, it's a sweet and tart orange at the same time. Like it's got some lemon to it as well, I think. So there's like, it's a little bit tart and like citrusy with that beautiful like yellow cake note. And then it does have like a nice frosting base to it. Yeah, there's a nice rich frosting here. I really like this one. I prefer it slightly to Clementine Cupcake. Both are good. I think I prefer this one a bit. So this one is going to go in my club. So love. Performance wise, I did this one in my daughter's room. It lasted a couple days in there. It doesn't last that long in my open layout. It's very much like a 1-day scent in the open layout. But in her room, it lasted a bit longer. So that was nice. Then we have Buckleberry. Again, this is one of my favorites of the bunch. It's like coffee cake, berries, and I get like a little bit of apple almost even, and like spices. As far as coffee cake, I get no cake. And I think that's where people are tripping up with this one. Scentsy did this one dirty in that they gave it a name and a description that sets it up for failure. Because I love coffee cake too. I was hoping for coffee cake. That would have been lovely. I didn't get coffee cake. I wanted coffee cake and I didn't get it. However, this scent is good enough that I can look past that. But I can see how people are disappointed. So, okay, this is the scent. Somebody had asked me what was similar to Jack's Obsession. This is similar to Jack's Obsession. To me, this is like the berry version of Jack's Obsession. I almost still get apples, but I get the same like, I almost get like green apple here. I get the same spices that are in Jack's Obsession. And the berries have the same tartness as the apple in Jack's Obsession. So Jack's Obsession is a fall winter scent licensed from Nightmare Before Christmas. And it is like tart green apple and spices. This is tart berries and spices. They're very similar. I love this one. And on warm, so good. Spicy, warm, inviting, cozy. And today I'm actually mixing this one. So I did 6 cubes in the open layout originally. It lasted about 24 hours. It did great, like nice throw in the open layout. Great performer. This time I decided to mix it because I only had 2 cubes left, but I wanted to do it in the open layout again. So I mixed it with 2 cubes of oats and honey and 2 cubes of caramel pear crisp. So now we have kind of like a peach pear berry crumble going, and it is phenomenal. So this one's a great mixer. If you have oats and honey, I highly recommend that mix. Great mixer, great on its own. Love. Perfect fall scent, great for cold weather, pretty much most of the year here except for summertime. So I probably wouldn't warm it any further into the year than now, but late August, game on. This is going to be back in rotation. So love Buckleberry. If you like spicy fall scents or spicy berries, I think you'll like that. And it's a bit of a different berry than a lot of the other berries Scentsy has done. Like, I feel like Scentsy does a lot of berries like the blackberry notes and like vanilla blackberry, like huckleberry clementine, Aussie plum, love you very much, or berry much. Those are all kind of berries that Scentsy does quite often. This feels a bit different for Scentsy to me. Like, I think the berry notes are the same. I think there's like strawberry and blackberry in here. To me, this smells like a different type of berry for Scentsy though. I really like it. This one is controversial though. Not everyone likes this one. Some people get some funky notes in it. I personally don't. I love it. So there's that one. Next we have Zeppelin, and this is the kind of like men's cologne scent of the bunch. So I did 1 cube in the bathroom because, like I said, I don't tend to like men's cologne scents. And it's men's cologne. Like, I don't know. I feel like the men's cologne scents all kind of smell the same to me. It's a masculine cologne scent for sure. It is on the fresher side of cologne, I think. It's not super earthy or woodsy. It is on the like fresher, maybe, like I would say fresher side of cologne. So I like the color of the wax. I do like a nice light gray. I did this in the bathroom. It did seem to suit the bathroom. So it smelled like my husband had gotten ready in there, and that was that. It was okay. I liked it. I like it for like on my husband. I don't like it in the air in my house. I don't know. It was pleasant. It did great. So there's that. So performance-wise, Zeppelin was okay. It was like middle range. Piper wants to come up here now. Here's Piper Cat. So Zeppelin in the bathroom was kind of like, a day or two, and it was about a medium at its peak, but it didn't stay medium for long. So it was one of those ones that was kind of, it tapered off quickly, I would say. Overall though, it was pleasant enough. It was fine for the bathroom. I just can't imagine warming this anywhere besides the bathroom in my house. I think if you like those cologne type scents though, you'll probably really like this. It's a nice fresh type cologne scent. Just fine, just not for me. So there is Zeppelin. As far as repurchase, I personally won't repurchase it. I do understand the appeal though. Unlike Very Peary Pumpkin, which I don't get it. I get this one, it's just not for me. And now I have a cattail in my face. Next up we have Inner Peace, and this one is like lemon or lemongrass, and like some cypress, and there's some woodsy notes to it as well, maybe sandalwood. This one's beautiful. So on cold, I do get like lemon or lemongrass and cypress. It's very soft, very like zen. Would be perfect for like spa or meditation or anything like that. Very like zen vibes. Really like it. Very clean as well. On warm, I found the cypress kind of came forward a bit more, I think. So I did 2 cubes in the bedroom, and it was about a medium in there. And I found that for some reason this one like made it hard to breathe. I don't know if it was the cypress or just something with like maybe like eucalyptus or something, but something in this made it difficult to breathe for me. Like I actually had an asthma attack and had to use my inhaler, which almost never happens. I use my inhaler like once a year. So for me to have to do that was weird. So something in this was funny for me that way. But other than that, I like the scent. I like it better on cold though. For me, the scent appeal went down just a tiny bit on warm. Still really liked it. I found the performance okay. The longevity pretty decent. It lasted a couple days. Yeah. As far as repurchasing, I haven't decided. I'm going to warm this again, and if it does the same thing with my breathing, I will not repurchase it. If that was a one-off fluke, I will probably repurchase a bar or two, but it's not going to be a club scent for me. It's a beautiful, fresh, kind of like zen bar. I just don't reach for this type of bar very often. If you like Just Breathe, I think you'll really like this. If you like any of those very like spa type scents, this is fantastic. So good for bathrooms, bedrooms, that sort of thing. I don't know that it's strong enough for an open layout. You could try it if you have a smaller one, but I would say probably bedrooms and bathrooms. So as far as trying this one again, like I said, it'll depend. I'll try it one more time and see, but if it does the same thing to me again, I will not repurchase. But other than that, I would recommend the scent. Then we have Simply Irresistible. I did this 2 separate times, each time in a bathroom. And the notes on this are like lavender and moss and musk. This is very cologne-y to me. So I don't get lavender really. I get musk and I get green. I don't know that I get moss, but I get green. It's a very fresh cologne. Like not even cologne. Like this is masculine, but it's more like masculine shower. Like this smells like my husband's body wash or maybe his deodorant. Old Spice has a scent like this. What is it called? Wolfthorn or Wolfhorn or Wolf something. They have a bunch of weird named deodorants. One that starts with wolf. This smells like it. Or bear. Maybe wolf. I don't know. It smells like one of the Old Spice scents. It's nice. It's fresh. Masculine. Clean. Great for the bathroom actually. As much as I dislike masculine scents, this one I can get on board with because this is how a bathroom is like, this is how the bathroom smells after someone takes a shower or after a man takes a shower. So it was nice, clean, fresh, perfect for the bathroom. Good performer in the bathroom too. Like I would say medium plus to strong in the bathroom. Not long lasting, like one day, but good performer while it was in there and very fresh and clean. So did I like it? Yes, for the bathroom, not for anywhere else. Do I think you could do it in a bedroom? Absolutely. I don't know if I would do it in an open layout. You might be able to, but it wouldn't last very long. I would say bedrooms, bathrooms, that sort of thing. I think if you have a son, this would be a great scent for a boy's room. Really nice and fresh, clean, without being like overly like manly. It's not like I think if you have a younger son, this would be okay too. Because like I said, it's just kind of clean and fresh rather than like men's cologne. It's like, you know, just fresh and clean. So good for a boy's room, good for a bathroom. I enjoy it. Will I repurchase it? No, only because I don't typically go for these types of scents very often, and so many of them come and go that we always have a masculine scent coming in through at some point. But this was nice. I enjoyed it. We'll keep enjoying it, probably use it in the bathrooms. Pineapple Coconut Vanilla. So this I did 1 cube in our bathroom, and I like it because the wax kind of matches our bathroom. This one is supposed to be Pineapple Coconut Vanilla and like blue fig, and it's mostly fig. If you hate fig, you're not gonna like this, just straight up. Some people have described it as like similar to Midnight Fig, and I would agree that it's like the baby of Midnight Fig. It's much softer and like powderier and cleaner than Midnight Fig, but it is still very fig. So it's the muted, soft, powdery version of Midnight Fig. Do I get pineapple? No. Do I get coconut? Not really. I get fig and a lot of like powderiness. It's pretty, it's soft. I think where I went wrong with this one is doing it in the bathroom. So I have used this in the bath soap before. I've used this in the shower gel before. I like both of those products. So this scent in the body line, 2 thumbs up from me. In the wax, I'm not so sure. This loses a lot of its freshness in the wax to me. To me, in the bathroom, this almost, the fig here is very like deep and like earthy. And you don't really want your bathroom to smell earthy because it can kind of border onto musty. So for me, this kind of did almost be like, why does the bathroom smell musty? Which isn't really what you want to think when you walk into a bathroom. So I wouldn't do it in the bathroom again. I would do it in the bedroom for sure. I don't dislike it. I don't like it enough to repurchase it, is where we are there. I will repurchase it in body care. I liked that. I'll repurchase it in body care. You know how some scents like translate really well into wax and body, and other scents just don't? Like there's some scents that you'll love in body care and laundry and then not like in wax, and vice versa. For me, this is one that I like in body care but not in wax. So I like it. I'll use it again, but I don't need to repurchase this scent in wax. But yeah, would recommend in body care. And if you have this bar, I would say probably really nice in the bedroom. For me, I wouldn't do it in the bathroom again. Just for me personally. Next we have Bamboo Yuzu. This is very green. It's like bamboo, water lotus or water lily. I get water lily. And like yuzu, like a citrus. I definitely get bamboo, and I definitely get water lily, and there's a bit of a sweetness here as well. So it's a very green scent with a bit of sweetness. Now, if you liked cucumber and cactus water, I think you're gonna like this. I did this in the office, and out of all the scents, this was the most long-lasting bar out of all the Bring Back My Bars for me. So 2 cubes in the office lasted like 4 days. Well, Love and Happiness lasted a long time too. This was the strongest and longest though. So best performer overall would probably be Bamboo Yuzu. Very nice performer, very green. As far as green scents go, it did have some sweetness to it, but it was still very green. And like, if you like green scents and you like cucumber and cactus water and you like all those green type fresh scents, you're gonna love this. You have to try this. Great performer. For me, I'm just kind of over the green scents right now. Remember how at Christmas time we had all the pine scents and I was really over those? They're just not my speed. This isn't either. Like I liked it. I can appreciate it. It was a great green scent as far as green scents go. Great performer. Have good things to say about it. It's just not for me. So yeah, I'll enjoy the rest of this bar and I'm gonna enjoy it and keep it around. I don't need more though for me personally. If you really like to use these green scents and you warm a lot of green scents, this is a really good one. I would definitely try it and consider it for your club. It's really good. For me though, not of a purchase, but I can really appreciate it for what it is. And it is well done. Well done green. Then I did Summer Rain, and I did this in a bathroom. And this one, I don't know. I like it on cold. It's got a bit of like almost like a mintiness to it. It's really pretty. And there's supposed to be like black salt as well. And I don't know that I get that on cold. What I got on warm was a sharpness. It wasn't really cool and crisp like it is on cold. And for a rain type scent, I want cool and crisp. But this was almost like green and sharp. I don't know. For like rainstorm scents, I prefer Thunderstorm. It is very floral. Thunderstorm is very floral. This is less floral, but there is floral in here. There's cyclamen, which I don't know what it smells like in real life, but it's a little bit green and grassy in here. And then there's also that kind of almost like minty or eucalyptus-y component. And I personally do not like eucalyptus. Now, eucalyptus is not in the notes on this, but I smell some sort of eucalyptus in here. Just a little bit somewhere, along with a tiny bit of mint. I don't know. It's okay. I like it. I will enjoy the rest of this. I don't think I need more though, because this is a scent where I'd only ever use 1 or 2 cubes at a time. I would only melt this in maybe the bedroom or the bathrooms. So I don't need a ton of this. So the bar that I have is going to do just fine for me. And yeah, so I like it. I see why it's popular, right? I get it. Performance wise, it was about 2 days in the bathroom. So for a bathroom scent, not bad. 1 cube, 2 days. So decent performer. About a light medium in strength. Maybe a medium at peak for like the first day, and then it dwindled from there. Decent enough performer, like average at least performer. Really pretty wax. I don't know if I've seen that particular color of blue before in Scentsy. It's actually a bit deeper in person. It's almost more grayish in person. It's like a Wedgwood type blue. Really pretty. But like I said, I think I prefer Thunderstorm. And as far as, again, fresh scents go, it's almost like aquatic feeling. That's, I think, what it is. Whereas it feels less like rain and more like aquatic, which is still fine. It's still very pretty. I just don't reach for these types of scents very often, and I have quite a few of these types of scents. Yeah, so very nice. If you like those aquatic or watery scents, if you liked Soothe from the Vitamin Collection, you might like this. If you like Thunderstorm, you might like this. What else? If you like Atlantic Air, you might like this. What else has that kind of like rock note to it? I was gonna say Sand Sweat, but I don't think they're similar enough. This is almost like, if Sand Swept is like hot summer day at the beach, this is rainy day at the beach. So if you like Sand Swept, you may or may not like this. Overall though, I do recommend it if you're okay with like fresh type scents. It's pretty, it is pretty, and it's at least an average performer. But for me, not a repurchase. So that is a lot of thoughts. Now at the end of the day, what am I actually going to be repurchasing? So I will be repurchasing Flower Child, 1 to 2 bars. So this one's really pretty. For me, it's a bedroom scent, very kind of perfumey floral. I will be repurchasing Blondewood Moonflower, 1 or 2 bars. This one's gonna last me quite a while because this one is a scent that I'd have to be in the right mood for, and it's reasonably long lasting. And for me, probably gonna be mostly a bedroom scent, but I may try this in the open layout as well. I think it might be okay in mine. Coconut Vanilla Orchid, I am going to buy 2 or 3 more bars of this. I really like this one for the bedroom, and I think it does best with 4 cubes in the bedroom, so I will need more wax to do bedroom melts with this, so 2 to 3 bars. My Only Sunshine, I may buy 1 more bar of this. May. It's a possible repurchase. Love and Happiness, I will buy 1 more bar of this, and I also have most of my current bar still. Inner Peace, I may buy 1 or 2 more bars depending on how my next warm with this goes and if it gives me an asthma attack again. Blackberry Orange Marmalade, I will buy 3 or 4 more bars of this. I really enjoy this one. This one came close to going in my club. I'm not going to put it in my club, but I am going to stock up on this one quite nicely. Love You Very Much. Like this one, very pretty. We'll probably buy 1 more bar of this, and I think we'll be good. Caramel Vanilla Delight. Pleasant surprise. Like this one more than I thought. We'll repurchase 3 or 4 more bars of this. Cotton Candy Cookie. Likely going to go in my club. Is it going to stay there forever? I'm not sure, but it's going to go in my club. root beer float. We'll repurchase 1 or 2 more bars. Blueberry pancakes going straight in the club and never coming out. Lemon coconut chiffon going straight in the club, never coming out. Buckleberry, straight in the club, never coming out. Those 3 are my favorite from the whole collection. Cutie Pie Cupcake also going in my club. And like I said, Cotton Candy Cookie going in my club. This one's the most tentative though. So that is what I have decided to repurchase. That is my experiences with these bars. Overall, the vast majority of this round were kind of in the perfumey floral, fresh, or bakery categories. So we had less fruity this round than we often do, which is fine. I really like all the bakery scents that we had. Like I said, a lot of those bakeries are going straight into my club. I really enjoyed most of them. The florals were kind of hit and miss. I felt like overall the florals this round, some of them were like really pretty, but the performance was lacking. So maybe curing is going to be an issue where we just need to let them sit for a while. And that is one thing to keep in mind as well. If there's a scent that you absolutely love, but you found it weak, but if you absolutely loved it, I would encourage you to put it in your club anyways. And if it comes down to 3 months from now, you try that scent again and it still isn't any stronger, kick it out of your club and you're done with it. But it would really, really be awful to tuck away the rest of a bar you have, pull it out in 3 months and warm it, find out it's actually gotten much stronger and it's a great performer now, and you have no way to get more. That would be awful. So if there's a scent you absolutely love, but it's weak, you might want to try just putting it in your club for 1 round, try it in a few months and see if it's improved. And if it has, then great. If it hasn't, give it a boot. And that's how I tend to do that. For me, the, I guess, hit of the whole thing, lemon coconut chiffon and blueberry pancakes, probably my favorites. The mist, very clearly Very Peary Pumpkin. Just not a fan. I actually can't believe it exists. The rest were a lot of nice scents, a lot of really pretty scents. There was none that I really hated besides Very Peary Pumpkin. Yeah, but I really hated it, as you can tell. It was a nice mix. It was a fun mix. It was a lot of like scents you could warm any time of year, really. Root beer float was really fun. I'm glad we had a nice, like really fun one to try. Buckleberry was kind of a confusing one where I ended up loving it, but I can see how people are going to be disappointed because they're expecting one thing and getting another. If you're expecting berry cake and you end up getting spicy berries, I can see how that would be confusing and disappointing. But if you're looking for a spicy kind of tart berry scent, Buckleberry's fantastic. Yeah. Lots of great bakery options. It was a fun round. It was a really fun round. So I'm not sure when voting happens for the next round. That'll probably be coming up here like next month, maybe, I'm thinking. Because we tend to do Bring Back My Bar and voting pretty close together. So we'll be voting for the winter round before we know it, I'm sure. So yeah, this was fun. Let me know below what you're putting in your club, what you're not. How did you find Very Peary Pumpkin? Because I would love, like, and I won't even judge you. If you loved it, I will not judge you. I don't understand, but I will not judge. So I understand there are many people, well, not many. There are some people that like this. If you're one of those people that likes this, I would like to hear from you below. What do you smell? I would like to know. Maybe it's like one of those things with like cilantro, you know, there's actually like a genetic thing where depending on your gene expression, some people taste cilantro as like fresh and crisp and refreshing, and those people like cilantro. And then there's another gene expression where those people taste cilantro as soap. And so those people hate cilantro because they think it tastes like soap and they don't understand why anyone would like cilantro. Maybe it's the same with this. Maybe some people smell it a certain way and other people smell it a different way, and we can't understand each other, but we just literally smell it differently. I don't know. That's my theory. That's what I'm working with. So that is all I got for today. Thanks for watching. As always, we do have my website you can shop at, northernlightsglow.scentsy.ca. If you're in the US, just click US on the little drop-down menu and you're good to go. Bundles, 12 packs available for the month of June. 12 for $50 US, 12 for $66 Canadian. And those are available while supplies last with the Bring Back My Bar scents. None have sold out yet as I'm filming this, so you should be good to go to get whatever you would like. If a scent you want does sell out, you can still add it to your Scentsy Club through the end of June. So other than that, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.